I actually
Gotcha.
built a whole machine learning algorithm to try to
Really?
take those scores to associate them with their certification score, associated with the practice test score, and then I use that. Well, if nothing else, I have an Excel spreadsheet, well, Google Sheets, that I have that I can look through and I can spot trends over time. And then, but I also loaded that in there, built a whole machine learning algorithm. I loved that. It's like,
How
man, I
did you
wish I
b
had more time to.
how did you build a machine learning algorithm?
I built it. Well, I shouldn't do it, but I shouldn't have done it in PHP, but I did it in PHP. That was my favorite language. I just worked through tutorials online. It's honest. It's a fairly basic problem to solve.
Okay.
There's still a lot further that we can go with that, but again, it's all a matter of time. But yeah, it's just so I use those to help predict, and it's pretty accurate at this point. Then the next challenge actually in that whole process was I found that people were taking the practice test. It just believe me when I say this, 50 to 100 times. There were some people, not everybody.
Wow.
Uh, and then they were getting 100%. And when you get 100%, well, right, you're ready to take the test. That means you're ready. No, and then they'd go and get say 40% on the real test. So what I had to do there is work through. Okay, so how do I help people through that process? And that's been a big focus of the YouTube video education. Is okay, folks. Just because I don't care what practice test it is, whether you're studying for your ham radio license or for a Magento test, you take a practice test a bazillion times, it's not going, and you memorize all the answers.
Right.
If the practice test is legit, i.e., not a carbon copy of the real test,
Right.
it's not going to help you study. What you
Right.
need to do in study is work through these objectives. I've put out the 3 courses now for Magento test. You have to work through these objectives point by point. You have to especially figure out where are your weak areas. And temptation is to just gloss over our weak areas, right? And just like, oh, I don't
And
want to
just
study that.
memorize
No,
questions and stuff
yeah,
like that, yeah.
exactly. So I've actually made it more difficult in the whole practice test software to get your answers. The answers you have to now click to see every single one. It's a bit of a pain, but if you're ready to go take the test, you have access to it. But otherwise, if you're just going to go memorize it answers 50 or 100 times, it's going to be too much work.